We are live. Hello, hello to everyone who is watching this in the future. If you could tell, I'm kind of tired. I was up all night working on a paper. That's the honest truth. So we're probably going to have a shorter stream today because I am tired. But we are going to cover the big news. And I just want to put it out. We are live, and we have some pretty big news concerning 2020. And RFK, he's officially announced his presidency. We're just going to wait and got some stuff on DeSantis. Maybe, I don't know, I'm probably not going to cover that. I just probably going to do a short one. We've also got news. Apparently, Facebook censored his announcements into his live feed. I'm just going to wait a bit to see if anyone's going to come in, but yeah. And it's actually, I think the space just finished. Where's it live still? It appears it's still live. But why don't we actually get the, let me see. I'll give this another 2 minutes. 2 minutes, maybe. We usually start around the 5-minute mark. Okay. Yeah, I was listening to some news on the Alex Jones show. And I think that should be our candidate if something happens to Trump. Like, the only way that we're really not going to be able to vote for Trump is if they kill him, or if they criminally him. I think you can be a felon, though. It's complicated because I know this is funny. Let me actually just show this because this is funny. The Tiger King, Joe Exotic, he's running for president from jail. Let's get this.
We brought you an exclusive interview with Tiger King Joe Exotic just a few weeks ago when the infamous zookeeper first launched his presidential campaign. And now Joe's got a brand new announcement. He's running as a Democrat. Now, he previously ran for president in 2016 as an independent, and then he ran for governor of Oklahoma as a libertarian in 2018. So I spoke to Joe about what made him switch parties and how he plans to beat President Biden from behind bars. Watch. So, Joe, we had you on last time because you announced that you were running for president. You were running as a libertarian. That has since changed. You're now running as a Democrat. Why?
Yes, sir. Well, several reasons. One is libertarians just seem to do nothing but fight amongst themselves, and their views are a little too far out there. So, running as a Democrat, I can, there's not going to be one party that anybody's going to like, but I think I can make more of a difference debating and getting President Biden's attention as a Democrat. I believe in pro-choice. I believe in the Second Amendment. I still don't believe that anybody under 21 should have an assault rifle. I believe in LGBTQ, transgender things should not be happening to kids under 18. There's just views on every aisle that I agree with.
Let's say you get released and you make the debate stage with the commander-in-chief, Joe Biden. What are you going to challenge?
Imagine when it's down to the final 2 or 3 or maybe even 4. Actually, no, just imagine it's a debate stage. You got all the candidates up there. You're probably going to have Newsom, Biden, wouldn't be surprised, Clinton, Michelle Obama, RFK Jr., that other chick, I don't know, I forgot her name. I just don't remember. And then you're going to have Joe freaking Exotic. Just imagine if the final 2 come down to RFK and Joe Exotic. That is your... See, now I'm actually... waking up. All right, let's
challenge him on.
Well, first thing is that, and that's from being in here, Lawrence. The war on drugs that he started in 1994 and has been pushing all this time. The United States has an ocean line on just about every part of it except the northern and the southern borders, and the southern borders a mess. American people give their lives for the freedom of this country, and the people that are coming across the border are getting a free pass.
Joe, there is a new Democratic Party. There is Bernie Sanders. There is AOC. The progressives control the party, period. So how are you going to message to those people? Are you prepared to take those folks on?
I am. And there's some things that I agree with Bernie Sanders on, but there's a lot of things that I don't. I have no problem getting rid of student debt, but if we're going to get rid of student debt, we're going to give the people that worked their butts off and paid their loans off on their own, we're going to give them a break somehow, or give them some cash back.
Notice how... Hang on, let me get it. The same person? Doesn't look...
Paid their loans, them some cash back.
What is your thought on the Trump indictment? Do you believe that was fair?
If the man broke the law, he needs to pay the price. No difference than President Biden or Hunter Biden or Obama or anybody else. The system of two-party justice in this country with the rich and the poor has got to stop. Okay, the Constitution says equal justice for all.
You say that you've been targeted. You say that the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, is being targeted now in this prosecution. What is your message to the former president? What would you tell Donald Trump?
His administration is the one who screwed me over and put me in here for an agenda to to stop you from owning a tiger and petting a baby tiger. So all I got to say to him is karma's a bitch, ain't it?
That's your message for Donald Trump. Do you worry do you worry because you're from, you know, people know you from Netflix, The Tiger King. Do you worry that it's too much baggage for the American?
I mean, you probably shouldn't be owning a tiger. I'm okay with. I mean, I know there's some laws that you can, but these are dangerous. It's not like a dog, okay? A tiger is pretty dangerous animal. That thing can mow you up.
American people.
It is a lot of baggage. It's a lot of baggage for me. Netflix made millions off of destroying my life, and it is time that I get justice, and it's time. You know, President Biden would be the smartest thing that man ever done was to look at my pardon that's on his desk, look at the evidence. Don't pardon me because of who I am or because I'm running for office. Pardon me because it's the right thing to do.
So what would you tell the American people? What is your message? Why are you the guy? What's your message for the people out there?
You know what? The American people, get on my website, joeexotic2024.com. I answer every American person that has a question. My platform's on there. My views are on there.
This call is from a federal prison.
Joe Exotic, the Tiger King from federal prison. Sir, thanks so much
He's crazy.
for joining the program again.
Lawrence, thank you.
Oh my God. I still can't believe this. Let's actually get to some serious. The main topic, the main course, the main cuisine, RFK Jr.
I've come here today to announce my candidacy for the Democratic nomination for President of the United States.
This is the key to taking back the Democratic Party. Trump was the key to taking back the Republican Party. Look how it's gone. If RFK can convince Democrats, which I'm not sure how he's going to, many of them need fucking fish oil. They need something. Is this the same one? No, this.
And of course, the Americans responded by dressing as Wampanoag Indians and boarding the British East India Company's ships and dumping the tea into the harbor. And that's when the British sent that troop over here to quell the rebellion. So that rebellion was in part against empire, but the spirit of that rebellion was a fury that the colonists had against the corrupt merger of state and corporate power. I've come here today to announce my candidacy for the Democratic nomination for President of the United States.
And I'm sure, because I'm going to be tuning into the Moats, George Galloway, the former British MP, the great Scottish talk show host, author, many things on his resume, having Gerald Celente on. They're going to be talking about this. Kennedy 2024. Kennedy 20. This could be the chance we have at taking the Democratic Party back and making the Democratic Party sane. Have a MAGA wing of the Democrats. So you think that's over? Now I'm now fired up. I am fired up now. Let's stop sharing. We're going to go through the reactions, see what people are thinking I'm sure there's going to be a lot. RFK Jr. running and he announced that I'm not going to play the entire thing. It's 2 hours long. It'll be like an EFAP episode. Better get Mueller on to cover this. Oh, this is an interesting one. So, I mean, he knows the swamp. I think he might be even a bigger threat to the system than Donald Trump, RFK, because he also wants vengeance, obviously, for his father and his uncle, who were, we obviously know, they were killed by the deep state. I mean, he's at threat doing this. They also killed his cousin JFK Jr. I'm pretty sure, because if you know the story, I think he was running for a Senate seat against Hillary Clinton or something. I don't remember the entire story, but he is at threat. So let me get this up, actually. Let me actually share a screen. All right. Most people who get into political office run on the same platform and say they're going to drain the swamp. And I think most of them believe it. They're going to clean up corruption and rein these agencies. Most of them say that honestly, and I believe in most cases they're earnest about. Then they get in office and they become paralyzed. Some of them become co-opted by the corporation that helped them get elected. For most of these changes, you don't need congressional support. The president can do it himself, but they never do it because they don't understand the agencies. As Benjamin Franklin observed, if human beings were angels, we wouldn't need a regulation. And the problem is they aren't. And the regulatory agencies need to be on the side of small business, the American public, and children's house, rather than the multinational corporations who want to subjugate and commandize us. I think I own no common, and I can't. I am having a orange garden. If you don't know the lore behind that, Jeremy from D-Day Cobra could not spell orangutan, and he said orangegatten. But getting back, these are not just Republican and Democrat ideals. These are American values, and they're human values. And every one of us should go into the real world with these legitimate experiences. And I see Taliban is trending, and the view is under oh yeah, I forgot. I'm not going to cover that because I don't want people to lose brain cells watching The View. I honestly think RFK Jr. is way more of a threat. And as you begin to see him tick up, if the deep state's fear is have a P of 960, but Trump isn't Nixon and RFK Jr. isn't his uncle. these men are familiar with the deep state. Unlike Kennedy and Nixon, Eisenhower probably should have done a better job explaining, and he probably did. Nixon gets in, and the deep state take him out by a coup. They took out the Kennedys because they were serious. And he also said there's no such thing as Republican or Democratic children. We need to focus less on policies that divide us and more on the values and dreams we hold in common. So I wonder, what are the people who are like vote blue no matter who going to say if RFK is the nominee? Because most of them are the Ukraine flag waving, pro-vax, pro-mask. If you know RFK Jr., one of the things they call him is an anti-vaxxer. Well, there's a good reason. He got hurt by a vaccine. If you know that speech impediment, that's from a vaccine that went wrong. I hope. Yeah, we've got to be. But so far, it seems he's backed by only 13% of people who also voted for Biden. So that should tell. I mean, those are probably the real hardcore Democrats who vote blue no matter who. They probably just know him. Thing is, with Republicans, we were and I'm hoping for the days of the Bush years where the American people, Republican, Democrat, liberal, and conservative, were united. I think and I'm not sure if Kennedy will secure the nomination, but if he can at least survive, he should. There should be a national unity ticket with Trump Kennedy. Here's him talking actually about the Patriot Act by Georgie Bush.
In 2001, in June, the CIA sponsors the first of its pandemic simulations. It simulates a biological attack on Washington, D.C. by Saddam Hussein. This is in June 2001. That simulation got international press, and a lot of the CIA people like Judith Miller from the New York Times was promoting it, going around doing all the talk shows. It triggered 2 Senate hearings, one by Joe Biden's committee. And that hearing was in September 2001. What happened in September 2001? The 9/11. So that
September 11th, attacks occurred.
Hearing was going on during 9/11. As soon as 9/11 happened, the neocons, which were working on all this stuff with the CIA, pulled out the Patriot Act, a 350-page statute from a shelf where it had been waiting for a while.
Mm-hmm. They already had it. Just think about the Orwellian acts they have in waiting somewhere right now. They've got the TikTok ban. They probably had that thing planned since like 2019, when they probably had that thing written up when TikTok was introduced into the market. I don't buy that was just written up. They had this. We had to know. Problem is, they knew that Trump, there's a reason why he was hesitant on the talk ban, he probably saw the bill and said, "I'm not signing this." He probably said he wouldn't sign this. And that's another reason. There's many reasons why they had to get Trump out of the way. That was probably one of them. It will come out, and Jared Bowden will be right.
And in 1 week said, we want to pass this in a week. There's only one member of Congress who read it, which was Dennis Kucinich. And he went crazy and said, you have no idea this is the end of American democracy if you do this. It allows the CIA to spy on Americans.
Mm-hmm. If you should be concerned if your own government is spying on you, you really should. Like people who say, what's wrong with letting our government? They're just keeping us safe. Do not trust the government. The government are evil.
And one of the things the Patriot Act did is it did not get rid of the Geneva Convention or the Bioweapons Treaty, but it said no federal official can be prosecuted for violating those two statutes. So it reopened the bioweapons arms race globally. And when a week after.
That's pretty much nulling and voiding it in terms of officials in the U.S.
The Patriot Act was being debated, and it was being held up by two senators. There was an anthrax attack on the U.S. Capitol. It was blamed on Saddam Hussein, and the neocons all said, see, we were right in the pandemic simulation. Saddam Hussein attacked us. And we used that as a justification to go to war against Saddam Hussein. And within 2 days, we passed the Patriot Act. Who got the anthrax? Two Senate offices, Tom Daschle and Patrick Leahy, the two senators who were blocking the Patriot Act.
Wow.
The FBI did a 1-year investigation. They said this anthrax was unique. It was Ames anthrax, and there's only one.
I doubt. Obviously, we know it wasn't Saddam Hussein. Iraq didn't. I guess after that, Patrick Leahy never got out of line because he guess any semblance of pro-America he had before that was gone.
One place in the world it could have come from, Fort Detrick, the CIA lab.
Yeah. We all. I'm wondering where this is from. Is him responding to this one person. You know, I would vote for our, like, if all right. If the race ends up being between DeSantis and RFK or any Republican that isn't Trump, even if Vivek is, I've got my problems. I've seen some stuff about Vivek that might make me question. It's more of hearsay. Plus, RFK knows what he's talking about. His uncle was shot. His father was shot. They took down the plane that his cousin was in. But more importantly, it's both RFK and JFK because they were the ones who were really going to take out the deep state. I mean, we need to see more of these. Let's talk about. I think the only way they're going to stop a Kennedy from winning is if they've got to take him out. There's just like no way. You saw Hillary Clinton. She said that, oh, we can't have Trump. There was a quote from Alec Jones. We'll probably post it later. But they cannot have this man. They cannot have. I think Kennedy might be the bigger because, and I keep saying this, he's known about the deep state for decades. And he definitely had vengeance. And they're probably going to, they'd be really scared if it was a national unity ticket, Trump RFK or RFK Trump. And there's also, this seems to be a really, sounds like an Alec Jones. Well, I think that's where he's getting a lot
of freedoms that all of us believe in. And I'll leave you with 3 thoughts. One is that any power that government takes from the people, it will never return voluntarily. Number 2 rule, every power that government takes, it will ultimately abuse to the maximum extent possible.
Correct. People, they say, oh, we're just going to do this and that. I don't think so.
And number 3, nobody ever complied their way out of totalitarianism. The only thing we can do is resist. Thank you all very much.
Mm-hmm. That's the only way you're getting out of tyranny is by resisting. Preferably peacefully, but sometimes you got to have a 1776. Checking. My friend, a Catholic, who I actually messaged him on Twitter. I plan on getting him on at some point. Probably once I'm finished with my semester, I'll get him on. Here.
This is
RFK Jr. has a medical condition that makes it difficult for him to talk, and he still has more energy and better. He still has more high energy and better to listen to than Ron DeSantis. Ain't nobody taking his podium. That's for damn sure. Joe. And here's the quote.
this is what happens when you censor somebody for 18 years. I got a lot to talk about. They shouldn't have shut me up that long, because now I'm going to really let loose on them for the next 18 months. They're going to hear a lot from me.
This guy better know how to. Imagine him going toe to toe on the debate stage with Biden, possibly winning. Then, if Trump, which I don't think Trump's going to lose the nomination, but if he were to, the unfortunate where happened, DeSantis gets it, which they might try to rig it. If that happens, then just imagine that. Yeah. Seeing if there's. You see now, this is crazy. Hold up. You gotta show this interactive poll. So January, DeSantis had a 12-point lead over Trump in New Hampshire for the primary. Now in April, Trump has a 20-point lead over DeSantis. DeSantis' campaign is crumbling. Like Sununu might catch up to him in New Hampshire. It's that bad for DeSantis. It's that bad. Just checking. Yeah, we got Kennedy is. Apparently, yeah, this is something. So I've been seeing this all over. So breaking: Facebook censored Robert Kennedy Jr.'s presidential announcement 30 minutes into the live feed being streamed. Just confirmed after his stream was. Just confirmed that after his live feed cut out, the live stream was later brought back up on Facebook. My original tweet was knowing what Nora Casey he reported in Spaces, but that initial report is unclear after confirming with someone affiliated with RFK team. So, man, they were then Kim. Let me actually bring this back up. God, I pray RFK Jr. wins the presidency and brings the country back to a place of peace and sanity. He's hands down the best candidate I've seen in my lifetime. I remain critical of him and his policies, but I see criticism in his policies where I see criticism is needed. But so far, my only criticism is he insists on running as a Democrat. Like, I like Trump, but RFK is he's. Let me see. I hope he wins. I kind of hope he does. Though I do want Trump. I do want Trump, but never know. Somewhere, somewhere in heaven, Richard Nixon, John F. Kennedy, and Robert F. Kennedy are looking down, hopeful. All I can say, me and JFK Jr. Well, he gets forgotten a lot. Pure, Donald Trump RFK ticket. I would love. I think that would be a phenomenal ticket. That is a landslide there, and it can definitely be done. Lincoln, for his reelection, had Andrew Johnson as his VP, who is a Democrat, because he was afraid that he was going to lose the election. His bid for reelection to McClellan. And this simps are obviously out going after him. And there's this one from let me bring it up. Yeah, I'm probably going to be done soon. I am really tired. Until the 67 wake up, we, the 33%, will keep fighting for the Robert Kennedy Jr. Wise words. And you can see the liberal media industrial complex are going after him. And he's a liberal. He is a liberal Democrat. A lot of his views I probably wouldn't, but he's got a lot of good ideas. And I think actually we're going to end it here. So you know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and we will see you later. God bless all of you, and God bless the USA. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.